Hey guys, Luke Scheckman here again, Team Exos, bringing you workout number 1 of the 6th week of the Kickstarter program. If you've been with us from the beginning, you've seen how we've sort of evolved, and our progression has gotten a little bit more complex, hopefully a little bit more challenging since week number 1. So steadily we move along, okay? So the first thing that I want to do is we're going to bring you guys down to the mat, and it would be great if you had, some kind of resistance, either a dumbbell or a kettlebell. If not, you certainly don't need it. You can do this without any resistance whatsoever. So we're going to start you off on the ground, getting into our 90-degree position. Now what we're going to go for is an arm bar with rotation, okay? This is great for the mobility of the shoulder. And also, it's just going to warm up that thoracic vertebrae. And, a large part of your pillar is what we're trying to wake up at the moment. And this is what's going to help, okay? So you're going to bring yourself down. We're going to hold that piece of resistance straight up like this. And you're going to stack your joints, as we always do. Wrist, elbow, shoulder. Keeping that elbow nice and close to your body. As it comes down to the ground, comes close to the rib cage, basically comes right into your armpits, and then you are going to press up, but as you reach the top, you are going to rotate, okay? So you're giving it that extra little lift, which is going to engage this piece of your body, okay? Again, we can just watch. Elbow in, down like so, grazes the rib cage, and then we are up with that extra little lift, okay? So, we're going to do this on both sides of your body, obviously, and I want you to go for a total of 5 each, okay? Next thing we're going to do, we're going to stay right down where we are. We're not going to come up off the ground for a little bit, but we're going to bring you down just like this. You're going to get into a supinated position. Bring your heels nice and close into your glutes. Make sure as much of your upper body and lower body, is braced against the ground. I always like to put my hands on my hips and use my elbows as a tripod, not to really help me, but to just stabilize and give me a better idea of where my pelvis is, okay? So we're going to, let's leave the left leg where it is, bring the heel in, right leg, straighten that left leg, bring the toes up towards your shin if you can, and we're going to raise up just like this. Hold for a count of 2 or 3, no pressure, and then bring yourself right back down. Okay, it's a small movement, but it's very important. And on each one of those extensions, as you bring yourself up, try and take a look at your pelvis and just make sure that both sides are rising at the same time and that you're staying nice and tight in the middle. Okay? Not getting off the ground, we are now on to one of our absolute favorites, okay? This is the DNS star pattern. If you've done it before, you probably like it, you've probably worked at it, you're good at it. It takes a little bit of practice, but again, hugely important for, warming up the hips, warming up the pelvis, warming up your brain too, because there's a couple, multiple cueing points here, but just working on that hip hinge, okay? The best way to start this is you are going to reach, and I mean really reach, extend yourself, just like this. My upper leg is abducted a little bit, but I'm pushing my hips all the way back, really kind of pushing my glutes to the back of the wall, and then as I pull up, I raise, I fully extend my hips, and I abduct just a little bit more. Down this way, push, 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 and reach. And then bring it in, okay? Once again, we are down, pushing the glutes back, reaching with that top arm, and then we pull in, we raise, we extend, we abduct even more, okay? The way that we do these, especially with, when we're making videos for YouTube, we kind of leave it up to you to pause and practice. Or I'm going to give you, when we get to the first strength block, I will give you the exercises and tell you that you have 4 sets of them to do. So once you're good with that, you pause, you do them, and then you come back. Same goes for what we're doing here, especially with complex movements like a DNS star pattern. Practice it all you want. Get good at this one. Pause the tape. I have up on the board that you should be doing 4 on each side. Do as many as you want. Practice it. Get good at it. Okay? Next thing I want us to do, we are going to turn it over. And what we're going to do is an eccentric push-up into downward dog. But I think first and foremost, I want to bring you guys up in your perfect push-up position, just like so. Joints are stacked, stomach is tight. We're going to push back to downward facing, guys. Take about 30 seconds. Drop your head. You can bend your knees, push your butt all the way to the back, side to side. Make sure that you get your calves loose while we're doing this. Get a stretch with a straight leg, stretch with a bent leg, okay? So enjoy that, but then we're going to go back to our push-up position. We're going to take 3 counts to go down. That's what makes it eccentric. 3, 2, 1, and then we just push right back up. And back up to downward facing dog. Paddle out, 5 or 6 seconds. Bring yourself back. You know what I'm going to demonstrate from the knees. Elbows in. Bring yourself back down. 2 and 1. And then push. And up we go to downward facing dog. A very wonderful, very complete movement. Okay, a lot of these, pillar prep movements / exercises that we're giving you are good things to kind of keep in your wheelhouse when you're coming up with your own workouts, because that right there is a great exercise and a great stretch, okay? Last little piece that I want to throw at you before we get into our strength block is a little bit of neural activation, okay? What I want to do, we're going to go 2, up as high as we can, boom, right to our drop squat. You should be familiar with that by now. It's an explosive movement. You're going to listen to my clap. As soon as you hear it, boom, you are down. Pretty much, half squat, okay? Hips are back, arms are down by my sides, chest is proud, head is neutral, okay? So let's try that, just that, first, okay? Up we go. Make yourself tall, and drop. Good. One more time. Up nice and high, and drop. Good. I hope that your second one may have been a little bit quicker than your first. What you're supposed to do with these, you kind of, you build up momentum with them. Your body, your brain, everything should be waking up by doing this, okay? Next thing I want us to do, same exact movement. Boom, we're down, and then we're going to go right to a base rotation. Sucking the belly button in, making sure we're engaged, and both legs are going to move around my hips. Staying low, okay? All that movement is here. Both feet move at the same time. Ready? Up, up, up. And drop, and go. Side to side. 2 and 1. Very nice. Last one. All the way up. And drop, and go. 3, 2, beautiful. All right, guys. Get yourself a glass of water. I hope it's close to you. Make sure you hydrate. We're going to get into our first strength block. So to start this off, it being Monday, it's going to be upper push, lower pull. Hopefully you have something to use as resistance, a dumbbell, anything, a kettlebell, whatever it is. But we are down here in the split squat position. We are going to bring that piece of resistance, whatever it is, right here to your shoulder, keeping the elbow in. Whenever we're doing a shoulder press, first and foremost, we err on the side of being a little too light in the beginning. We really want to take good care of your shoulders, okay? Your body will thank you for it. So we have 10 reps. I am holding the weight in the same side of the leg that's forward. My stomach is in. Now these are going to be 1 1/2 reps. So what that means, we are halfway, right back down, and then full. When we go full extension, Bicep covers the ear. When it comes all the way back down, keeping the elbow nice and tight, keeping that resistance over the deltoid. Okay? To reiterate. 1, 2, all for 10. Okay? If you don't have any kind of resistance, let's give you the alternative of doing your push-ups. Okay? When in doubt, head back to push-ups. All right? Let's go for 1.5 reps. So we will start down low. We will head up here, halfway, down, all the way up. Halfway, down, all the way up. You can also do those on your knees. You bang out 10 of those perfectly, that's a good exercise as well. So, you guys are going for 3 sets of this. That means 3 sets both sides, if you're using that. 3 sets total, if you're doing the push-ups. Okay? Next little exercise we are going right to our leg curls. Okay? Hopefully, you guys have some pads, have some sliders. You're going to bring yourself down. And main thing with this one, you want that pelvis nice and high. Elbows in, squeezing in, pushing out. Squeezing in, pushing out. Now, you did see that I lost one there. Sometimes they get a little stuck. But ideally, you want to keep both of these on your feet. Keep your hips high. Pull those heels in towards your butt. Flexing that hamstring. Okay? If for some reason you can't really do these, what we will do instead is we will go right to your one-legged RDL. Okay? That's ideal because we're mixing it up a little bit. I know we do this one a lot. It's a great exercise, but posting up on that foot, holding in the opposite hand, bringing yourself down, leading with that heel, body nice and flat, bringing it up, okay? Now this is going to be 12 repetitions. So to reiterate, I don't want to get confusing. Ideally, first exercise, we have our 1 1/2 rep shoulder press. Second exercise, we have your simple leg curls while you hold your pelvis up, squeezing those heels in towards your glutes. Now, if you don't have any of the equipment to do any of that stuff, we will substitute with 1 1/2 push-ups, or we will go right to our one-legged RDL, and that's for 12 reps on each side, okay? Last exercise, last complementary piece of this strength block. Bring yourself back down to the ground if you weren't already there. And once again, we're bringing you up into this glute bridge. We like this position. All the way up like this. Leg goes out just like we did before. And we are abducting that leg, bringing it to the side. Keeping those hips nice and high. Not losing form. 5 reps on each side. Okay? That means glute bridge. All the way up. Stomach engaged. Nice strong lever. That's your leg. And you are bringing it to the side. Okay? All 3 of those exercises 3 times. All right? And now, pardon me, the final piece that I'm going to give you is just a little piece of metabolic so that you kind of, you move on towards the rest of your day, you get a good sweat, you breathe heavy. Okay? So today, it's a challenging one. All right? We're going back into our plank running. This is, it's going to get our heart rate up, but it's all about the time frame. It's all about the ratios that we use. What we're doing today is 48 seconds on, 12 seconds off, 6 times. Okay? So what that means, 48 seconds can seem like a long time. 12 seconds, especially when you're tired, can seem like a very short time. You really need to go about this strategically, okay? This, essentially, you're going to be in the yellow zone while you're doing this, and you're going to have to pace yourself. You're going to have to be very conscious about it, okay? So, let's give you a demonstration of the exercise. We are right here, Perfect push-up position again. Whenever I'm doing plank running, I like to start with the one knee up just to start on the right foot. No pun intended. We are here, stomach in. Knees coming up. Back remaining flat. Just like that. Stomach in. Alright? Now, you saw I didn't really just, explode and go crazy right off the bat because I am trying to illustrate that 48 seconds, you're going to have to pace yourself, okay? So, you do that 4 times. You have your strength block, which I said before. You're doing 3 sets of everything. And, yeah, I hope you've been with us. I hope that you utilize these exercise programs. I hope that you're enjoying all the YouTube listings that we're putting up. And, yeah, like I said, really hope that this breaks up the day, brings in a little bit of activity, makes you feel good and positive. Again, guys, my name is Luke Sheckman, Team Exos, and I hope to see you soon.